Good afternoon. Shibu sir, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Audible. Sir, am I visible to you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, am I visible to you?
Yeah. Good afternoon, all the participants. I hope we are audible and visible both. So I welcome you for this 22nd online session. And we have with us Dr. Shibu RAJU sir, an excellent resource person. So now requesting you without further delay to please start the session.
Yes, sir. Good evening, one and all. First of all, I thank Aryavarta Sahodaya members, official members, those who have given me a chance again to share my views on a beautiful topic, that is NCF, importance of NCF for better teaching style. That's a topic that I have taken to share with you all today. When we think about this topic, when we think about this topic, it is not a new topic that I'm going to share. In fact, this has been the discussion. Maybe NEP, NCF, this has been the discussion, and we are well aware about it. Still, I thought, let me give some points where we can have a better help from this NCF. As we know that NCF is NCF 2023. It has not come completely. It's a one among the parts have been published. Still, I like to just few points, bird's eye view on few of the points. And my view will be on this. How can we make use of the published NCF into classroom? And this will be the main points that I will be dealing with. So, dear teachers, NCF, National Curriculum Framework. So, National Curriculum Framework, that is how National Curriculum Framework can help. The National Curriculum Framework 2005, which has been for a long duration. For a long duration, it was there, and we have been making use of it in a proper way. And the 2005 National Curriculum Framework 2005 is a full-fledged national curriculum framework which gives an exact idea about each subject, each topic. What about parents? It may be teachers, it may be children. What should be the teaching style? What should be the outcome? Each and every aspects of classroom teaching, curriculum, and everything was discussed in 2005. It was approx 300 something pages. Now, National Curriculum Framework 2023, the first edition itself is equal to the 2005 entire curriculum. So we can understand the NCF 2023, how far the vision and the change and programming, planning, what are things that has been discussed in it. So it's a fundamental stage has been published. But on that view, I will be explaining how it can be, how it can be useful for different classes. First, I like to say, how they has come up. Just as I said about 2005 National Curriculum Framework. And just going back, 1975 or 88 or 2000, and 2005 it has come up. And Philip Jackson is person who was behind this. A hidden curriculum was coined by Philip Jackson. So just about a history. So a national curriculum framework provides guidance for those developing programs and working with babies, toddlers, and young children from birth age to 4. Maybe, 4, 5, 6, just age of, birth age from there to school going age. Monitoring personnel or government or civil society that it monitors. So when we are talking about the latest NCF, that is of, as we are aware about, 2003, which is based on 10+2 system of education. When we look into CBSE, as I said, the full form of CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education. Central Board of Secondary Education. So when we are talking about secondary education, a board which is dealing with secondary education, but it was having the responsibility of senior secondary 2 or higher secondary 2. So many of times we may not think about, why the CBSE has put, +1, +2 under secondary level. That also can be a question. Why? No, why it has to be put into? In fact, the children mentality, their thoughts, their planning, it is far, far better than us we used to think in our +1, +2. Previously, for example, in 2015, the children of +1, +2, what thought and what the planning they had, at present class 8 and 9 children having the same different plannings, thoughts and dreams. It has changed. Then why should bring +1, +2 into down? See, as we see in NEP, the different stages, maybe Balvatika 1 to 2nd class, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to +2. These 4 categories made. And +1, +2 has brought back to secondary education. Because, as I said, CBSE means Central Board of Secondary Education. It's not a Central Board of Senior Secondary Education. So, in reality, it's a Secondary Board of Education. And the same, it has brought back, +1, +2 also brought back to its own curriculum, where the children are supposed not feel a kind of difference. So, this 9th class to +2, 9th class to +2, they will have a same pattern. Of course, syllabus may vary. 9th class physics and the +1 physics, or 10th class physics and +1 physics, or chemistry, biology, maths, or any of the other art subjects or commerce subjects, the chapters in 10th class and +1, of course, there will be a lot of variation. Lot of variation will take place. But still, there's a system brought together under one umbrella. So NCF 2023, the National Curriculum Framework is basically, it's our 5th National Curriculum Framework, was created to improve the education system to create quality education in India. The process of its implementation in India had already been initiated. The 3 approaches towards assessment, like assessment as learning. It's very important when we talk about classroom learning, when we talk about better teaching style, classroom learning, teacher as a learner, students as a learner, we need to see these 3 approaches. 3 approaches as assessments, that is learning, assessment as learning, assessment as learning, and assessment as learning. So here see 3 approaches. It is of assessment of learning. Say assessment of learning. That is very important. And link knowledge with NEP. If you see the pages of NEP, or if you see the pages of NCF, this is not giving a classroom based teaching. You go to the, I'm not asking you teachers or principals to read entire NEP. Put a bird's eye view, put a look into this. Pictures are visible. Okay, now there are many pages which are having pictures. It may be NEP or it may be NCF. A lot of pictures, many pictures put into this pages, and go to the pages, you will see lot of beautiful pictures, teachers, children playing in the ground, children and teachers are planting, children and teachers are doing some activity, children and teachers are moving somewhere. Means a learning outside of the school. A learning outside the school. Because bringing, the entire things into the classroom and going into the things, there's a lot of variation. Lot of variation is there. So even though we are explaining about parts of plant, even though we are explaining about the nature, we may be excellent. We may be excellent to explain this. But unless and until our children experience what really the plant is, what really the nature is. So link knowledge with life outside the school. Normally, when we think about teaching style, what is the teaching style we have? Suppose we ask what is the teaching style. Many of us, we go to the class. What are the things we carry? We carry textbook, maybe a duster or a stylus pen or a chalk, and these are things normally we carry. There are subjects or all subjects require teaching aids. All subjects required. Not a single subject we see without teaching aid. All subjects are necessity of teaching aid. But how far we are carrying all teaching, learning materials into the classroom? How far we are connecting those curriculum into the world out of classroom? A world out of school campus, a world out of our society. Okay, of course, we may say about it is easy to show through the technology, maybe through a smart board or any other devices we may show. But the real experience, for example, if I show a piece of jaggery, in Hindi we say good. Okay, suppose we say show a piece of jaggery and show it in the hand and tell the children, dear children, this is called jaggery, good, and this is called its taste, this. Instead of explaining 15-20 minutes, dear teachers, take a piece of jaggery, give in the hand of child and tell, see and consume it. See and consume it. Finished. Whatever we want to teach, whatever the things we wanted to teach, within seconds, the real knowledge with the experience, has been completed. No need of a lecture of 30-45 minutes. No need of lecture. Within seconds, the matter is done. And now, if suppose we ask children to write about the taste and features of jaggery, do you think we will have to explain about? Nothing to be done. Children will write. Not one paragraph. Even if we ask them to write a big essay on jaggery, they'll keep writing about it. We have done nothing, just given a piece of jaggery. This is called a real teaching style in the class. What we do, we have some theoretical knowledge. We go to the class, we just throw this theoretical knowledge and we try to get back the same. When we are putting the theoretical knowledge to the student's brain, that may scatter. And that it's not compulsory that, it will be, they will have a real experience. So the children should learn and think. They are not machines. And enrich the curriculum to make it beyond the textbook. That's what I was saying. Integrate exams with classroom life to make it more flexible. So, some of the sessions I say to teachers, for example, what do we say? We train the children answer the questions, right? We train the children answer the questions. For example, we may ask in an examination, 10 plus 10 is equal to, dash. 10 plus 10 is equal to dash. Answer, all children will write 20. There won't be a single child will be writing different answers. Suppose they write, it will be wrong. Suppose any child write 10 plus 10 is equal to 25. Of course, the answer will be wrong. But instead of that, why can't we train the children? To do something different? For example, dash plus dash is equal to 20. Dash plus dash is equal to 20. Do you think that all children write 10 plus 10? No. All children will not write 10 plus 10. There may be some children may write 10 plus 10. Some children may write 5 plus 15. Some children may write 0 plus 20. Some children may write 1 plus 19. Right? So, answers are plenty. It's a flexibility of thought. And all answers are perfectly right. 15 plus 5 or 19 plus 1 or 20 plus 0, all answers are right. Flexible to think and write, and answers are right. And the key challenge, assessment is often mechanical and promotes rote learning. Okay, assessments. Therefore, we have a PT, right? All schools must be conducting periodic tests or periodic assessments. Periodic test comes under periodic assessment. Sometimes we are not aware about. I repeat it. Periodic test comes under periodic assessment. So periodic assessments are conducted in the school, maybe periodic tests, maybe multiple assessment, many things. And key principle of good assessment is that assessment should measure achievement of competencies. How far the child is competent enough to lead a better life tomorrow. So for that, who has to be competent? I have to be competent. When I go to the class, I should be competent enough to explain, convince the subject matter into the student's brain, into the student's heart, and we need to convince them. For that, we need to have a good language, good capacity to understand, and we need to have a capacity to simplify even the complicated things. Okay, sometimes some of teachers, what do? We do even the simple concepts, we make it complicated. But NCF says that even the complicated things, simplify and let the students understand. And we will get a better outcome. We will get a better outcome. So strengthening the NCF national system of education is a secular or pluralism of society, a pluralistic society. Bring about the concept of learning without burden by reducing syllabus. For example, you see NCF has come, NEP has come, even after maybe 22, 23 session, 23, 24 session, 24, 25 session, there's a lot of drastic change in the syllabus. For example, 6 to 8. 6 to 8, what kind of social science materials we used to have? Physics, social science, history, geography, political science. Different textbooks. In 8th class, history was having part 1, part 2. So it was having 3 books. Now it has been compiled into one text. And you see the last portion, a concrete country has been mentioned about which we need to learn special. It may be 6th class, 7th class, 8th class. Or when we look into 9th class, 10th class syllabus, +1, +2 syllabus, there's a change. Reduction of chapters has been put into. And so the burden of syllabus, it has come down. Curricular practice should be in keeping with social justice, equality, and secularism. For that, what are things that NCF has taken over, CBSE has taken steps? When I take a class, no discrimination of any one of the factors. No factors should influence for discrimination. We cannot say a child is having a challenge of physical challenge. We cannot say a child is having mental of challenges, right? So CBSE has come up with, maybe through accepting CWSN, or appointing a teacher for special education, appointing a teacher for health and wellness, appointing a teacher for school counseling, different aspects. Different aspects. I repeat, CBSE has adopted CWSN. CBSE has adopted appointing the faculties like health and wellness, faculty for school counseling, faculty for special education. Special education. So they have come up with. So no partiality, no discrimination. Quality education should be made available for all children without any discrimination. Purpose of formative assessments means to provide ongoing feedback to improve teaching and learning. It's a formative assessment. We used to hear about, all times we used to have formative assessment and summative assessment. Okay, now the formative assessment means maybe subject enrichment, portfolio, multiple assessment, periodic test, and summative assessment like half yearly, annual exam. So we have term 1 and term 2. Term 1 and term 2 we conduct. And at the end, we publish a result. So in the preparatory stage focuses, promoting diversity in assessment methods, stage emphasizes conceptual understanding. That means in middle stage. For example, you see HPC. Hope you must have heard about HPC. HPC is Holistic Progress Card. Holistic Progress Card. So Holistic Progress Card is now it is for Balmatika or up to second class, first stage. Holistic Progress Card has been published by the CBSE for the stage 1. So when we come to the next stage, maybe middle stage, there will be different kind of assessment, including this assessment. Means we need to understand the overall development of the child. Overall development of the child. And it also gives, different reforms. Areas it has been calculated. 1. Language skill. So when I enter the class to teach, adopt one language in which I can teach. That's my suggestion. Adopt one language. And at the same time, because sometimes children are confused which language I should write in the examination. Sometimes children are confused which language I should speak. And there are, for example, a child want to appear purely in Hindi. For example, a teacher who is taking Hindi classes, the children are having, vocabulary problem in Hindi. There are many English words which are used in Hindi class when we teach Hindi or Sanskrit. Or there are many vocabularies, Hindi vocabularies that we use in Urdu classrooms or Sanskrit classrooms. So children may feel language problem. But here I would like to say about third language, 3 language system. Okay, that's a confusion of language, linguistic problem. But when we talk about language, NCF says that 3 language system. Gradually it has been implemented. And as is mentioned here, it's of mathematics. It may be science, it may be social science. See here, the objectives. Development of curriculum. 4 objectives it is mentioned of NCF. Development of curriculum. Development of pedagogy. Assessment. Teacher development. These are the 4 main core aspects of school teaching learning that NCF is focusing about. So development of curriculum. For example, I take this a point into classroom teaching. I like to tell about classroom teaching. How do we develop our curriculum in classroom teaching? For example, I am going to teach, French Revolution. in class 9th and 10th, French Revolution has been dead. So when I'm going to deal about French Revolution, it's a topic. It took place, 1789. 1789, French Revolution finished. After long years, I'm teaching French Revolution. Now that curriculum, how that curriculum is influenced the Indian society, the Bihar society in 21st century, 2024, August 20. This is what we need to develop the curriculum. It is not that French Revolution and after that Napoleon has taken the power. French Revolution over. That is not the French Revolution curriculum development as per the class and children. That is not the French Revolution. French Revolution, when we explain, that's what I said about an incident which took place in 1789. That incident, how that incident is influencing now the present situation, 2024. This community, it may be Patna community, it may be Ara, Buxar, Bhojpur community, it may be Mithila, it may be Jharkhand, maybe West Simbhum or Ranchi area, Gulbarg area, any of the areas, wherever we are. How does it affect? That is about curriculum development. One thing I said about. Now, development of pedagogy. So, NCF will say about a common pedagogy or the books, NCERT books gives a pedagogic planning of teaching. It gives a common pedagogy. How far I am developing this pedagogy into my locality where I teach. Into my locality where I teach. Right? So pedagogy, formation, giving the shape according to my society, it's my responsibility. I cannot say this pedagogy has been done by CBSE, NCERT, so I am following it, but I got failure in it. I cannot blame because it's a common pedagogy. The people may know Bihar. People may not know exactly Vaishali, right? Or people may not know exactly Hajipur. People may not know exactly, maybe on any of the locations in Patna or any of the districts or a local area, may not be that much, but we are aware of it. We are aware of it. When we go to the classroom, if we want to put the children into the curriculum, into the classroom teaching, we need to understand this. Then only we can assess. Otherwise, the assessment will be failure. I will not be able to assess at all. I will assess, maybe we may be using the publication books, right? For example, I'll tell a small example of planning of curriculum. Simple example, very easy way. Publications are approaching the school, and schools are doing their best to select the best publication books. They are given in the classroom. A company, for example, Cordo or Oxford or Cambridge, College. Okay, any of the publications, they prepare their curriculum not for Bihar alone, right? Not for Bihar alone. They prepare the curriculum for entire India. Even out of India, these books are passed. The curriculum which is published in India, that's even moving to out of India too. So in that, if suppose you see, they are dividing the syllabus. If you see the index page, they are dividing the syllabus. PT1, this much syllabus. PT2, this much. Or a half yearly, this many chapters. Right? For a place like Bihar, our climate is different than any other states in India or in the world. Right? We have summer vacation can extend. Right? Our raining flood can come. Unfortunately, this year no flood. wait for let rain happens, but still it can, and then winter days can extend. So even though what we do or publications have given, let us follow it. No, don't follow the publication plannings blindly. I'm not saying keep aside. They are giving a good pattern to follow it. Okay, fine. But according to the situation, for example, I am from Midila. I'm talking from Darbhanga. Sometimes during rainy season, during rainy season, maybe Patna may not have flood, but the place called Darbhanga, it may have flood because we are near to Nepal, right? Easily the water comes to the side. Sometimes here it may function. Summer, Darbhanga or Midila, it may function. But in Patna, it may have extreme hot. When there are 44, 45, 46 extreme temperature, we were having sometimes 40, 42. Their school may close, here may not. So we need to understand all. And teachers development, the next, that's what called training. Therefore, we are in this, we are in this platform. And other aim of national curriculum framework is that school education must develop in students appropriate values, because values are deteriorated. Values are deteriorated. Dispositions, capacities, and knowledge required to achieve the above vision of education. The above vision of education. So education has a vision. Education has a vision. That vision should be completed. So the vision should complete. Now, the next part is in aim of school education. A society with individual who are healthy, knowledgeable, and with capacities, values, and dispositions to participate effectively and meaningfully in a community, economy, culture, and democracy would make for a pluralistic, prosperous, just, culturally vibrant, and democratic knowledge society. This is what. See, a beautiful tomorrow will be created. A beautiful tomorrow. Who is based for this? Who is based for this beautiful tomorrow? We are. How it is possible? When I will plan my curriculum and I will have a better teaching in the class, rather than better teaching, the best implementation of curriculum. That will make us. School classroom environment, maybe physical environment, maybe space, building, furniture, equipment, even the time. For example, 35 minutes period, we know it is 35 minutes. Sometimes we take 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Other teachers' class also we keep teaching. Okay. Or so the physical environment, how we maintain the school, psychological environment, participatory environment, inclusive and barrier-free access, discipline and participatory management. Okay. There should be a platform where children can come and talk to us. Children can come and talk to us. Maybe to the principal, maybe to the counselor, maybe to the class teacher, or even the subject teacher. Children should feel free that they can ask us anything. We may be teaching mathematics, but they have some doubt regarding physics because it's of numerics. Physics is based on numerics. So suppose they have any doubt of physics, numerics, and they wanted to ask you in the class, we shall not say that a physics teacher will teach. We should have that much patience to tell the children, can explain to you. And features of National Curriculum Framework 2023 to be implemented in the classroom. A flexible student-centric design with a more learner autonomy. Say, it's a student-centric design. Better classroom teaching is nothing but a flexible student-centric design with more learner autonomy. So, if suppose I am having my attitude and I am going to the class, I will not be a success. Because, you see, I'll tell you the market. Market, I'll tell you. You see any market, it may be a market of clothes, market of IT sector, market of any other markets, they are looking into the satisfaction of customer. They are looking into the satisfaction of customer. Students are not customer. Don't take it otherwise. Students are not customers, but still, I'm telling in another way, means satisfaction of the person who has to access it. I am giving the knowledge for someone to access it, right? I'm giving knowledge to access something. When I am giving the knowledge to access, they should be able to access easily. There should be flexibility. It should be for them. It should not be for us. What I do, okay, let me go with my comfortability, not of children comfortability. See here, it's of social context. When we prepare a curriculum, okay, when we prepare components of curriculum, okay, components of curriculum should be, suppose we can opt a normal class, we can have a better style. I have written here a better style, but appropriate would be the best style. Appropriate would be the best style. Suppose you want to have a best style teaching in the classroom, what we should have? Social context. Social context. For example, I am teaching a resource. Okay, resource, we are teaching resource. So now the resource, you see the climate. Okay, see the climate. Some part of India, they are not having rain. It's a flood, there's a natural calamities, disasters, a lot of things are taking place due to water, due to high pressure of water. And now some part of India, they are not having, kind of resource like water. So the same, if suppose we convey in the class, in the geography class of 9th or 10th class resource, they easily understand what's a social context now. Learning and knowledge. The primary of the active learners. Learners in context. Development and learning. Curricular and practice. Critical pedagogy and language. These are the main components. Suppose we wanted to have the best classroom teaching in the school. But the board is pointing it out. Board of view of board. As the board is progressively allowing more space to learning outcome based, means learning outcome is must. Learning outcome is must. Otherwise, let us look back to our school life. We have learned a lot of syllabus. Do we think teachers, whatever syllabus we have learned in the school, that really it's very effective in our day-to-day life? It may be language, it may be, math, science. There are many points, many aspects of syllabus, which we are not even a single minutes of our life we have used. And we are confused why we have learned. So now the aim is that when we teach in the classroom, children should not feel it's a waste of time. Children should not feel it's a boring. Children should not feel, just for name's sake. No. Right? So it should be, outcome should be there. When I plant a rose plant, a rose plant, I expect a beautiful rose flower out of it. Maybe in the month of November, December, January. When January comes, February, those months, I expect a beautiful rose flower. If it is not giving, I may replace it. So this should be. And assessment in place of textbook driven assessment. Maybe question paper board examination will have more questions based on real life situations requiring students to apply, analyze, evaluate and synthesize information as per the stipulated outcomes. See, therefore I said teachers, apply, analyze, evaluate. It is not that simply one topic has given, by heart it and write. By heart and write. Therefore, many of the parents, many of the people, they appreciate CBSE or NCERT curriculum and CBSE system. This is a main reason many of the children and parents are opting CBSE. Because in CBSE examination, children cannot have a parrot way of approach. Parrot way of approach is not at all there in the CBSE. That's one of the merits of CBSE. I must appreciate the authorities. Now analyze. We have to think what I'm going to write. By heart and just muck up and omit it, that will not work. A good curriculum. Curriculum improve teaching and learning when we talk about. A good curriculum also connects teachers from across grade levels and subject areas to look at the big pictures of student learning. Teachers can work together to plan a progression of topics that build off tones that come before and connect across the discipline. So entire things we have progress that we discuss in the classroom. So when we teachers, we are going to the classroom, the NCF of India expects a teacher to be a facilitator of a child's learning in a manner that helps children to construct knowledge. That's what it is trying. Right? There's a prime thought. There's a prime thought is that, construct knowledge in the classroom. Construct knowledge in the classroom. And who we are? We are the facilitators. You suppose we facilitate properly, children will have knowledge. Means when I give, as I say, suppose if I have 10 rupees in my pocket, I can give 10 rupees. If my pocket is empty, I cannot take it out. I cannot take anything out of it. First, I should have something. The proper knowledge, authentic knowledge, the proper wisdom, the proper concept about the topic, I should have in my pockets. Then only I can take it and give. Otherwise, I am a good facilitator. Let me go to the class, let me explain something and come out of it. Nothing works. Nothing works. So, dear teachers, when I enter into the classroom, my pocket should be full of things what I can simply throw around the classroom. Simply throw around the classroom. It is not that simply I am going to the classroom on short topic without proper preparation, blah, 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 something I said about 35-40 minutes, complete the chapter. That should not be. As I said, a teacher also functions as a learner. I learn, go to the class. Counselor, children face problem, I am counselor. It is not that keep silent and sit down. If two children are speaking in the class, reason they are not interested of my class. They are feeling boring or something else is happening. Ask them in a gentle way. As a manager, as an assessor, as an innovator, be say to your children, be creative, be innovator, to be different, be this, be that. Ultimately, when they ask for a role model, who is there for a role model? That's a question comes. Suppose children, they want a person to be active always. Whom you can show this is a person is active in the school. This is a person who is doing a lot of activities in the school. This is the person who is the innovator of the school. Look at this teacher and learn. Look at this teacher and learn and be creative. And what we are doing? We are not having creativity in the classroom. We are children having monotonous in the classroom. We are forgetting to smile with them. We are forgetting to play with them. We are forgetting to be as a best friend of them. When we become best friend, even the things, whatever happens at home, they will come and share with us. May not be everything. Very private things they may not say, or any kind of manipulations they may not come and say. But when a teacher slaps a child, right? When we slap a child goes and informs to parent. When parent gives a punishment, why don't they come and say to us? If they come and say to us, we are success. They say, rapo, there's a rapo. That's what, the role of the teacher. Role of teacher in the classroom is very high. And evaluating the developing teacher or in service education, continuous professional development. We, as a teacher, as a learner, don't stop learning. right? Teachers is equal to the best learner ever seen in the world, right? We are reading the books, we are reading the curriculum, we are reading the society, we are reading the different aspects of life, and we are putting in the classroom in a different creative way. So don't stop learning at all. When we frame the curriculum, it has a vital role in improving country's economy, because today's raw materials, today's raw minds, today's raw brains, today's raw children are going to be the best creators of tomorrow's economy, tomorrow's society, everything, each and every field. Today they are raw, empty slates, tabula rasa. In psychology we say mind is not tabula rasa, empty slate. We are there to draw, we are there to paint, we are there to put up letters, we are there to put everything, right? So when we put it, it should expose in a different way to the society, So suppose they are having kind of inadequate resource or skill and knowledge, or lack of pre-planning and new curriculum development, they will not be able to. For example, when I am going to the class, I am asking children, dear children, half-yearly exam is going to be held in the month of September. Are you having planning for it? So children may say yes, may not say yes. So before I ask the children, what is your planning for tomorrow's examination? First, who should plan? I should plan. I should have planning when I will complete a half-yearly syllabus, when I will start, a half-yearly revision. If suppose I have 5 chapters for half-yearly, when I will have the first chapter revision, second chapter revision, third chapter revision, then children also will have a proper planning. Yes, this is what teacher is having the planning. I am having the planning. Simultaneously, hand by hand, it is going properly, right? You suppose I am not having the, planning. How can I expect such a wonderful planning from them? So children also will, think about, okay, exam will start on 11th of September. Still there are days. I will study on 10th, right? And when the exam begins, okay, I have not studied. I'll prepare for annual. When I go to the class, everything should be planned. Everything should be planned till the annual. Okay, and in case we want to have the best quality education, encouraging opinion on qualitative and quantitative educational improvements. Okay, in every field, the teacher should be educated, the teacher should be qualified, the teacher should be disciplined, the teacher should be everything. Means when I say that children should do homework and come, when I think that children should come in my class properly, when I think children should do this and that, prior to that, it focus to me. I should do everything properly and go. Pointing out to others is very easy, but it is pointing out to me, it's a little tough task. Therefore, aim of education is, the aim is holistic development. Holistic development is an aim. And when we think about, NCF is, as I said, language acquisition. Language acquisition is saying about one vernacular language, we can say mother tongue, one Indian language, one global language, in my concept. Okay, so one global language, we have first language is English. Indian language, we have Hindi. Okay, in Bihar we speak Hindi, but other states in India, they may not be following Hindi. So let them also learn a national language and a vernacular language. It may be Maithili, it may be Bhojpuri, it may be any of the languages, right? Whatever. And next, I'm taking subject by us, vision for mathematics, how we make the mathematics very simple. Because almost all schools, children are having fear in mathematics. So we have to think how we can make the mathematics very simple, science very creative and experimental, and social science should be social relevance. Should have the social science teachers should have daily updation. What are the discoveries? What are the innovations? What are scientific improvements? Or what are the social incidents? What are the social echo-related social aspects of people? Maybe related to the democracy, maybe related with the politics, anything can be. For example, last week two murders took place. One in two parts of two states. They had taken Uttarakhand and West Bengal. Nurses and doctors were murdered. Okay, so those incidents, and at present, what are things? Everything, maybe sports, games, everything should be updated. And 21st century is known as 2021. 2021 onwards, this time is known as techno-savvy society. It's a world of computer science. Computer. Without computer, nothing works. Nothing works without computer. Updation and how it can go to the children. Or higher or secondary education. Why I put higher? Because now it is secondary education, right? So 9 to +2, how the children should be formed, how the children should be identified, how the children should be respected, how the children should get different responsibilities. I do in my school one thing, teachers are not having many responsibilities. They are not having many responsibilities. Suppose a program has to be conducted, teachers lead, welcome speech, vote of thanks, anchoring, decoration, everything will be done by children. Not even a teacher. Maybe once in a while, one of the teachers may go and give a speech. That's all. Certificates are distributed. Children write the certificates. Not only me, there are many schools may be doing. Bring the children into such activities and make them active. The benefit will be children of teenage, they are having lot of energy that will be channelized. Okay, so and a kind of vision. Vision of society. It may be a constitution of India. It may be a constitution of vision of purpose of education. Sorry, based on NEP 2020, aim of school education, national curriculum framework, maybe desirable knowledge, capacities, values, and dispositions. See here the chart. In this, all these things, the vision of society is Constitution of India. Vision and purpose of education is national education policy. Aim of school education, national curriculum framework. Desirable knowledge, capacities, values, and dispositions. These 4 things we need to bring into one class of different subjects. That is what the work of or responsibilities of us. That's what the planning of us. On what basis? In curriculum areas. In curriculum areas, when we go to the class, maybe language, math, science, social science, art education, interdisciplinary areas, physical or education, well-being, vocational education. See here, all it's a chart I have given. Last, school culture and processes. School culture and processes. So this should take place. Otherwise, what will happen? We just open the textbook. Just we keep on reading the things. We just keep on explaining the things. We will be, our thoughts, our ideas, our plannings, our methodologies of 10 years back, means 2014 methodology we will use. Traditional methodology. Children are sitting in 2024. Children are in 2024. We are having the methodology of 2014. 10 years gap. 10 years gap. As now the children, they don't want to listen to the melodies, right? They are not interested of beautiful melodies of 90s or 80s or 2000s. They want the different kinds of songs like Pushpa, these, that. They are interested of that. And what we are doing with something. Children are not interested of 3 hours movies. Children are interested of 30 seconds reels. Right? Children are thinking about every 30 seconds, the concept should change. What we are doing, 30 minutes, we are dragging one topic, one method, one planning, one pattern. Simply we are dragging it. So children after 30 seconds, out of coverage area. See here, for a better classroom, okay, modernizing the education system. In India, it's a clip, but it's of in the classroom. For focusing on realistic changes, updates to the curriculum, strong importance of teachers, defining the roles of stakeholders as a school, creating better innovations, better innovations. So fundamental principle of NCF, it says holistic development, inclusivity, interdisciplinary learning. So when we are thinking about a better classroom style, I have to think, means each and every one of us who are listening to me should think that when I have gone to the school today 20th August 2024, morning till afternoon, approx 6 hours I was there in the school, 6 to 8 hours I was in the school, maybe 4 to 6 periods I have taken today. This 4 to 6 periods when I have taken the classes today, have I ever thought about this holistic development, inclusivity, interdisciplinary learning, competency-based education or use of technology in the chapter which I taught in that particular classroom? Have I ever thought about? Then I have to think about. If I had not covered, then tomorrow onwards, next day onwards, please do think about. Please do think about. Therefore, it's a 5 stages it has given for the better classroom teaching. Development of academic, emotional, physical and emotional aspects. Help students develop intellectual quotient by providing them opportunities to create a curriculum that promotes quality teaching learning process, to foster creative thinking skills by facilitating different activities, provide students with the liberty to express individual thoughts. 35, 40, 45 minutes we go, simply we keep on saying the children, in case anybody asks, sit, the syllabus has not completed, sit, tomorrow I'll clarify, sit, when the chapter will come, sit, I'll teach you in +1, sit, I'll teach you later. We limit them. What do? We limit them. Indirectly we wanted to tell, don't interfere, let me finish my chapter and get out of my place. Okay, so children also indirectly will tell us, you teach whatever you want, we will do our own work, you do. So a freedom should take place in the classroom in order to express their views. And overall, when we think NCF perfectly, says about few things. Okay, few things are getting into practice as the time comes. As the time comes, it is gradually it is putting into practice. But there's 5 points. This we should adopt it. Maybe by annual exam or emphasis on authentic learning over rote learning, or technology, or maybe flexible curriculum, or examination assessment. These things we should. Dear teachers, when we think about this, national curriculum framework, effective national curriculum framework in our classroom, our approach, as I said here, the 5 key goals of national curriculum framework, if we can follow this, if we can follow these 5 steps in the classroom, we can follow 5 steps in the classroom, our classroom will be the best one. Our classroom will be the best one ever will be. With this, I like to give thanks to Arivartha Savarya for giving the 1 hour time to express my views on better teaching style in the classroom and understand the children. All executive members, Himanshu sir, Singh sir, Radhika ma'am, Alphonse sir, and all other Dimple ma'am, everybody I thank from the bottom of my heart. And all teachers, principals, or any other responsible people of school also listening to me, and I request The classroom teaching should be the perfect. And once again, I thank each and everyone for being with me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Himanshu sir, your mic is mute.
Himanshu sir, are you there? Himanshu sir? Yes, I think Himanshu sir is now. Himanshu sir? Shibu sir, are you there now?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, I am.
Yes, yes. Himanshu sir is now available.
Yes, ma'am. So
Yes, sir,
I thought
Himanshu
we have
sir.
already shared the meeting, the feedback link. And we are very, very thankful to our resource person, SHIBU sir. It's been again an excellent session. We are looking forward for many such sessions from your side. Thank you so much. Thank you all the participants. Please
Thank you, sir.
mark your feedback in the given time. Thank you, SHIBU sir. Thank you, Simple Man. On behalf of Aryavata Sahodaya School Complex, I
Always
thank
welcome, sir.
everyone for joining the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks to you all.